We are fortunate to be joined by one of our favorites, David Dodd, Chairman, CEO. GeoVax Labs Incorporated, ticker symbol is GOVX. David, always great to see you. How have you been, my friend?
It's great to be here. I love to hear the band's intro, and it's good to be back talking to you guys. Thank you.
And we need to get you in studio one day soon. But I think you are a little busy these days. David, we've got new viewers, new affiliates popping on all the time. So if you can, before we look forward, can you just give us the nickel version of you and GeoVax and the great things your company is doing?
Sure. Thank you, Mike. So I've been in the industry for almost 50 years now, believe it or not. But anyway, it's a great run. I love working in this industry. I started the year that Saturday Night Fever came out, and also Star Wars was the big hit. And the other big event was David Dodd joined the pharmaceutical vaccine industry. But anyway, that's what I do. I'm a general manager, so I'm a business manager. And what GeoVax does is we have clinical staged vaccines for infectious diseases in the clinic being tested with people right now, as well as a separate technology that is targeting for solid tumor cancers. We'll be initiating a very important trial in the second half of next year addressing head and neck cancer. And it's going to be analogous to what you've just recently heard about the Moderna Merck vaccine going after melanoma. So it's a slightly different approach, but along the same lines of doing better than Keytruda alone from Merck. So that's what we're all targeting to do. So that's what we do. Love our business, love our shareholders, and look forward to having more join as our shareholders.
Hey, David, can you talk a little bit about this press release that came out talking about your MVA and the phase 3 pivotal phase that you're in right now?
Yes, that's our priority. It's a great question. Well, right now, the situation is that there are stockpiles all over the world against smallpox, which also is the same vaccine used for Mpox, or what used to be known as monkeypox. And the reason why is they're very threatening types of diseases, and we know that from a bioterrorism potential threat, some form of unfavorable nations releasing smallpox into it would be devastating. So there are all these stockpiles in the U.S. and Israel, in Saudi Arabia. They're all over the world now. And right now there's a single supplier. And that's not good because they have a monopoly worldwide. Well, our product, GeoMVA, their product is known as MVA-BN, BN being the name of their company, Geo representing GeoVax for us. But both of our products were derived from the same cell line going back 60 years ago. And so they're essentially identical. And we recognize that the monopoly doesn't help people because there's not enough supply to go around. There's no pricing competition, et cetera, that type of thing. So we were granted an expedited development path by the European Medicines Agency. That's the EU equivalent of the US FDA. And the reason we went to the EMA, it's a little bit of a story here, but I'll get through it real quickly, is that the WHO and the Africa CDC and other nations are much more oriented to follow what the EMA approves. So we decided we would first seek registration through the EMA, and then we would focus on the US FDA. Mainly because in the US, if it's already approved by the EMA, the federal government will go ahead and stockpile the product. So we knew that it would give us that exposure. And so we have been granted an expedited development path where they have waived the necessity of having to do the traditional phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials and simply going straight to a pivotal phase 3 trial, single trial, evaluating our product in 250 healthy adults and the authorized product, the MVA-BN, in 250 healthy adults. And if our product shows non-inferiority, not on two parameters. One is called neutralizing antibodies, and the other one is called the seroconversion rate. So how it converts into creating an immune response. And we believe there is a very high likelihood, so it's a highly de-risked pathway for us to demonstrate that. But if we show non-inferiority, we don't have to big efficacy measure because our product is essentially identical to theirs. They will grant us authorization to be able to supply the product in all territories that recognize the EMA. And that would be throughout Africa, throughout Europe. It would be in South America, and it would also give us the exposure to the US FDA. So that trial is scheduled to initiate. We're ready to go with it almost now, but it's ready to initiate in fourth quarter of this year. So it's very important. We have already manufactured all of the product, even more than enough product that we need for the trial. It's been packaged. It's in the little glass vials. It's been signed off to be released by quality review, so it's ready to go into humans. We've selected our contract research, our clinical research organization to run the trial on our behalf, and we also have already identified the site. So I would say clearly everything has been accomplished to get this ready, with the last element being we're working right now to add additional capital to our balance sheet so that we feel more comfortable, because when we launch this trial in fourth quarter, we're going to have the results by the middle of next year. It's going to go very quickly. And that means we could start supplying product under procurement contract in the first half of 2028. So this is a transformational opportunity for GeoVax, because we would move from being a classic development stage company into actually a revenue cash generating company, and achieving that around mid-year of 2028. So we're quite excited about this. This is without a doubt our priority. We have put all of our other programs on hold until we go forward with the start of this trial. So it's very exciting, and it will open up opportunity to be able to deliver more product throughout the world. And it'll also create a much more favorable environment for those who need the product, because there'll be competition. Today there's a monopoly, so we'll be ending a monopoly, and nobody likes a monopoly except the person who has the monopoly. So that's what we're pursuing. So that's exactly right.
David
so that's
Dodd,
where we are at.
David Dodd, Chairman, CEO, GeoVax Labs Incorporated. GeoVX is the ticker symbol. David, unfortunately, we have about 15 seconds left. Can you just give us the nickel version of where you are with Gedeptin, the solid tumor cancer therapy?
Exactly. It's going to be initiating a phase 2 trial in the second half of next year after we finish the program with GeoMVA. It's analogous to what we just learned about Moderna Merck and what they're showing.
David, always appreciate it. We need you on the show more. David Dodd.
Thank you.
David Dodd, Chairman, CEO, GeoVax Labs Incorporated. GeoVX is the ticker symbol.